Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Lüning, Horst Lüning. I'm the master taster of Whisky.com, and today we have a brand new bottle here on my cask. It's from AD Rattray. It's a bottle established in 1868. Here it is. And it's called Cask Islay. Not Islay Cask, but Cask Islay. Just turn it around, it's a different one. Single malt Scotch whiskey. So this one is a single malt from a single distillery, but it carries not the name. Why? Well, first, because it's not allowed to carry the name. Otherwise, you have to pay a lot more for this, registered trademarks of the names of distilleries, because there had been enormous spending for the spreading of the name of the distilleries on Islay. And you can't travel for free on this marketing. No. So there is no distillery named on it. And the second is, if the distillery finds out that this whiskey goes quite good, sells quite good, then it might increase prices, and then they can switch over to another distillery without changing the label. So there's several reasons why not. And here they say 2016 Best Single Malt Scotch New York World Wine and Spirit Competition, double gold. What I think of these gold medals? Not really, because you do not know how the judges were selected and if this was a blind tasting or not. So I prefer gold medals from judges which are doing a blind tasting. And this blind tasting, well, you can also fool this blind tasting if you're the only one submitting bottles into a single category. Well, sometimes they say, we give no gold, no silver. But from time to time, if you have no competitor, you might get a little bit up. Yeah, so these gold medals does not count for me. What counts is have a look in our whiskey database on Whisky.com, and there you have the community voting, judging, the community from all around the world telling you what they found in the whiskey. And this gives an average. You can see distributions of their findings and comparing to other bottles and finding the different tastes in it with the tasty counts we have. So this is what counts, the mass. You here in front of the camera, you're counting, not judges. No, times are over. The individual, the elite, no, it's the masses. It's we, the users, which count. Cask Islay. AD Rattray have specially selected this single malt for its wonderful Islay characteristics. The golden glow of the spirit is a promise of the warmth to come, and the palate is a reflection of all that is loved about the Islay whiskies. I think AD Rattray is famous for its independent bottlings, and this one has 46% ABV. I'm sorry, I have no idea how expensive this bottle is. I just took it with me leaving the office. I would say 30 to 40 euros, dollars, pounds. And they are famous for their unchill filtered, uncolored single cask whiskies. So I think this one with the 46% is first unchill filtered and second it's uncolored. So this should be a real color on this whiskey. And typically this whiskey should have an reading on it, because we get it from a distributor who is delivering for Central Europe, where you have to state the usage of color on your label. So there are always several bottles out on the market, a 0.7 liter, a 0.75 liter for the US, some with the writing with color on it, some with the writing omitting the color, even if color is in. Is all those red tape work. It's all stupid. Yeah. The golden glow of the spirit is a promise of the warmth to come, and the palate is a reflection of all that is loved about the Islay whiskies. Tasting note. Color golden Islay sunset. I agree. Nose warm and fiery. Roasting peat kiln. Roasting peat kiln. Some citrus notes after the smoke. Palate oily, burnt toffee. Yes, I once made toffee myself. and we burned it really hard, 150 degrees centigrade, 250, 280 Fahrenheit. So it burned really and was good. Juicy barley. Barley typically is dry, so you have to drink water with barley. And juicy barley, no idea. And rich peat smoke. Lively, peaty, and full of flavor. So here we go. So the label has some cuttings in it. It's not rectangular, so some fancy stuff in. Good. Wow. Wonderful. One of the best tastes I had, or smells I had this month. If you do not find, or you're lacking the best whiskies of last month, well, I had some vacations and there was just no time to take that video or to take tasting at all. I took them up front and published them to the special dates. I typically publish them. Yeah. This is wonderful. This is the smell of Islay. So this is not those stinky phenolic, hospital phenolic smell of some of those very stinky malts, and this is not the cold, harsh bonfire smoke some others have. This is in between, and having just the right peatiness, smokiness, aromatic, and it's not too strong, so that some of the fruitiness shines through, but not much. So it's living with the peat, and approximately, well, those typical 40 to 50. Yeah, some vanilla shining through, but weak. What to say? It's just a perfect Islay malt. Mouth-watering, juicy, and there's the barley. Juicy barley? No, it has to be juicy, barley. So it's juicy on one side, showing some citrus notes, and there's the barley of the malt on the other side. Well, covering my mouth. There is some youthness, yes, but it fits to the rest of the whiskey. So it's a young Islay malt with just the right peatiness in it, showing already some cask influence. Yeah, it's a wonderful piece of work. Which distillery is it? Lagavulin? No, of course not. First, Lagavulin does not sell whiskey for decades now. There are no vagabonding casks out there. No, not at all. The same is true with Laphroaig and Ardbeg, and Laphroaig would have been too stinky, and Ardbeg would have been sweeter in the taste. So nothing from Islay's south coast. For Bowmore, it's too smoky. There might be Kalila, but they are not selling casks that well. Well, in the very last years, we heard about some sales of casks from Kalila. Yeah, so I would say this is Bunnahabhain. The hefty peated, or heavily peated, they call it at Bunnahabhain. It might be a Bunnahabhain. but I'm not quite sure how big the batch size of this is. They say small batch here on top. That might lead to a smaller batch, and the bottles coming after that might taste differently. Might be. Yeah, no idea. But this one is, even if it's young, it's quite one-dimensional, showing the perfect smoke in smell and taste, and underlying a little bit of citrus notes, a little bit of cask influence, not too much. So this is Cask Islay. So in the beginning, I'm joking about all they said on the label and mucking around, but no, this one is really, it's a really, really good one. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, and I hope that you are able to get your fingers on one of those bottles in your surroundings. Hopefully. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching.